5 things I want you to write down. This is homework. 5 things I want you to write down. And those are 5 things you want to change. What are the 5 things you want to change? Many people will say, I want to change my mindset. Some will say, I want to change my finances. I want to change my weight. Some say, I want to change my confidence. Some say, I want to change my circle of influence. And some say, I just want to change me. Great. I would say have 4 blocks, and one of those blocks needs to be you. Each one of those blocks, and next time what I'll do it on a Zoom so you can actually see the display that I actually have. But it's you in the middle. And then there's 4 boxes underneath on how you need to change. Now, some of you will come up and say, I have 500 things that I need to change. That's not going to happen overnight. So I need for us to minimize that to only 3. What are the first 3 things that I can change about me? Can I just not love better? Maybe I can start loving me better. Because people treat you how you treat yourself. Just thought I may break that down for you. Are you loving you? Thank you, Kristen. Dr. Dacus, thank you. Are you loving you? Because if you begin to love you, everybody else will begin to change how they treat you. See, if you come off not being lovable, people won't love you. People won't treat you being lovable. People treat you the way you are. What are the 5 things that you want to change? And if there's something out there that you want to just put out there, throw it out there and we can talk about it tonight. I got some time. I don't have a lot of time, but we do have time. If you want to throw one thing, I need self-control so bad. Self-control in what? Self-control with who? Self-control to see with one thing that comes up, you're going to have to be so specific. You're going to have to be so specific. In the words of 2, I love me some me. I love you, James. Good to see you, my brother. Listen, self-control starts with your core of who you are. What's your intended result? What are you looking to get out of it? And to be honest with you, how is it not feeding me? Being out of control does what to me? Look at the opposite side of that. Being out of control does what to me? Being out of control shows me, 1, I have no authority over this situation. This control is taking control of me. And I refuse to allow anything to have control over me. Begin to be very specific. Very specific. Out of control. Money. Absolutely. Therefore, how much money am I making? Give yourself a monthly allowance. Thank you very much, Dr. Dacus. Give yourself a monthly allowance, and then that's it. Because then go back and look at all your debt and say, what do I plan on doing? Your money, you should be able to tell your money what to do, okay? And not look up and say, dang it, I did it again. Sometimes you're just going to have to drive past those stores. Sometimes you're going to have to drive past whatever entertainment. Begin to plan it. A lot of people don't plan. And when you don't plan, you run out of the very resource that should be going forward. I know when it hurts you and hurt others, you know what? This is a great, thank you so much for sharing, Victoria, because in the end, it hurts you and it hurts others because they understand that the pain is driving you to a place of no return. If you don't get control of that very thing, it's almost to a point where it's an addiction. It has control over me. And when I can say this, and you're going to make me go preaching in a minute, but I don't want to preach, but I can't. But there is no thing that should have that much control over you, where it just doesn't hurt you and it hurts others. You begin to put that thing into control. I want you to begin to ask questions. Which one is more important? That thing or my family? And if I need to begin to get help, how do I need to minimize this? How do I need to break this thing down? How much money do I have coming in? If it's an addiction, how do I need to get help? It's up to you. First of all, for you to even put it out there, it's you already saying it's time for me to go to work, because it has put me outside of my comfort zone. I am no longer comfortable, because when I begin to go places and do things, I have an itch that just makes me begin to spin what I don't have. And that's too much. Amen. Amen. Begin to take control back over your life. You need to write down, I'm taking back my life. I'm taking back control. I'm taking back my life. I'm taking back control. I'm taking back my life. I'm taking back control. And the reason why I'm saying this so many times is because sometimes we live our whole lives on TikTok. We live our whole lives on social media. We live our whole lives and we don't give time to those who really need it. And we're going to look up 10 years from now and we're going to say, I didn't even see them grow because I was so busy looking at something that really didn't matter. I didn't even get to see them graduate because I didn't get to take our time to put those things down. Those things, those material things, you can say when. You can say right now at this very moment, I'm done. You can say right now at this very moment, I'm going to change. You can say right now at this very moment, this is what I'm going to do. Everybody on this line right now, share and like. What I need everyone to do is find you an accountability partner. I need you to find someone who can hold you accountable of saying, this is what we're going to do. And it's going to be me and you. And then if you got a prayer life, I need you to pray about it. I need you to fast about it. There's a spiritual reset that I have out there on a podcast. And we did 50 days to a spiritual reset. And I have some of my students that's out there. Praise the Lord. You guys are wonderful. I love you so much. But I need for you to go out there to a spiritual reset. Because with the spiritual reset, we put certain things to the side. Because we needed just not a reset. We needed a spiritual reset. And that spiritual reset helped us to put our lives back in place. We begin to know what we were spending so much time on that was dumbing down our time. It was dumbing down our relationships. It was dumbing down what we know and what we do. Now is the time. Let me help you. Now is the time that for you to take back your life and for you to take it back in its totality. I'm taking my kids back. I'm taking my family back. I'm taking my relationship back. I'm taking everything back. Get to the root cause of why I'm spending so much. Get to the root cause of why I'm spending so much time on social media. Why do I not want to be around those that I love? What am I trying to ignore? What am I trying to put to the side and not confront? In this season, confrontation is the best cure. You can heal it or you can kill it. And when I say heal it or kill it, I'm talking about the addiction. I'm talking about the very thing that's keeping you away from advancing forward. Advancing forward. Forgive you. Forgive where you were. And tonight begin again. But begin again with a plan. And when you begin again with a plan, now you have a structure to say, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. And this is how I'm doing it. You hear what I'm saying? If you guys, it's out there. I see you. I need a spiritual reset. It's out there on Anchor. It's out there. We'll put the link up. But I didn't think about even putting the link up tonight. But yes, it's a spiritual reset out there. There's information out there. I have some online classes out there. I do also do one-on-one. So if you want a one-on-one with me, inbox Facebook Messenger me so we can set you up, because my time has been open since we finished the last class. But this is a season where this is a reset. Many of you have not navigated it. This is a reset. And some of us need to put our foot down and say, it's time for me to go to work. It's time for me to go to work. It's time for me to go to work. And work this like you ain't ever worked it. Because you know why? You're working on you. I'm reminded of Chrysler, and then I'm wrapping up. I'm reminded of Chrysler. Chrysler was, everyone knows Chrysler as far as the car, the one who invented Chrysler. But when Chrysler first started, Chrysler saw the automobile, and when he saw the automobile, he went up to LA and he purchased one. He drove it back. This is a summarized version, but when he drove it back, he put it in his garage. And everyone in the neighborhood kept saying he bought an automobile, so he must gonna be driving it around so we can see them. But he kept the automobile in his garage. And you know why? Because he took the automobile apart. And then he put it back together again. And then he took it apart. And then he put it back together again. And then he took it apart. And then he put it back together again. And then he took it apart. And they thought he was losing his mind. But they say that 6 months later, Chrysler was invented. See, many of you, you see a template of where you want to go. You see a template of what you really want to do. You see a template on how you can get out of this addiction, how you can get out of debt free, how you can become financially stable, how you can run this business and be CEO and be boss over it. There is a template out there for you, but you're going to have to grab a hold of it and begin to tear it apart until you can begin to find yourself in it. That's how you begin being a better you. Begin to find your inconsistencies. And whatever those inconsistencies are, you write those babies down. Do you hear me? When you begin to write them down, this is you putting your foot to the metal and you're telling yourself, no longer will I live with this inconsistency. No longer would I live with this problem. No longer will I be a flake or fluke. No longer will I sit back and tell people I'm going to show up, but I don't show up. No longer will I be inconsistent. You know why? It's behind closed doors that you make such changes. It's behind closed doors that you make such commitments. You deserve more. Did you hear me? You deserve more. And when you begin to give yourself more, more comes back. When you begin to give yourself more time. Give yourself more time to change. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to be. So you know what I do? I watch those people and I watch them daily. I do. And you know what? Hey, if I want to be more like Christ, I'm praying daily. You know what? And if I want to begin to perform and I watch those who are subject matter experts at what they do. Who are you watching? What are you doing? And if you say, I don't know, and I don't know, I need for us to create a plan. Okay, what I can do the next time we come on, we can get on and we can begin to create that plan. Dr. Daker's already put up, get 5 things. And from those 5 things, each one of those things should have 3 tablets or better yet, 3 open spaces of how you can change that number one thing. Okay, if you say I need to be debt free, down here you need to say, I need to watch what I'm spending. I need to create me a budget. And then over here, I need to put everything into savings, or I need to put 30% into savings. That means I only have this much to spend. You begin to set your own criteria. You begin to set your own boundaries, and you're setting boundaries that's healthy for you. Okay? You are setting boundaries that are healthy for you. Who said you couldn't do it? Why not you? Come on, guys. You should just say, why not me? Because you deserve more than what you give yourself credit for. Why not you? Why not you? Why can't you be successful? Why can't you be the best mom? Why can't you be social media free? Why can't you be? Why can't you have all the money? Why not you? It's gonna come with a plan though. It's gonna come with a plan though, and it's gonna come with you saying, okay, what's hindering me? These are the top 5 things that are hindering me. Let me work on these 5 things. And then when we get these 5 things under control, we'll start on some more. And I promise you what takes place when you start with those 5 will trickle down throughout your life into other things. And then those things will begin to get together. Then those things will begin. It's a domino effect. But you're going to have to start. Thank you so much, James. You're going to have to begin to apply yourself. I am working on being a better me. I am working on being a better me. I don't have to tell you, you're going to see it. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to tell you I'm working on a better me. You're going to be able to see it. I need you to see that. I need you to see that. Because then when people look at you, they're going to say, oh, she's doing something different. Oh, she's praying different. Oh, she's walking different. Oh, she's working different. Oh, she showed up 15 minutes early before she's supposed. Normally she shows up 15 minutes late. No. Remember, your name is all you got. And as I can say again, this is the KIM Keep It Moving McGrew coming to you with another segment of I'm working on being a better me, which means girl, go to work. Boy, go to work. This is your time to be yourself, accept yourself, value yourself, forgive yourself, Bless yourself, express yourself, trust yourself, empower yourself. And most of all, I need you to love yourself. If you guys got something out of this, I just want you to put a 1. Give me some ones. Give me some ones. Give me some ones and share. Give me some ones and share. Give me some ones and share. Because tonight is your night for a new beginning. But you got to start. And when you start, everything shifts. When you start, everything changes. Nothing matters until you move. Thank you, James. Nothing matters until you move. Nothing, no one cares until you move. Nothing will shift until you move. Nothing will change until you move. You won't get healthier until you move. And many of you, I hear you saying, hey, well, I want to be healthy. I want to do this. I need you to start acting healthy. It starts in your head. I want you to start eating healthy. I want you to start being hydrated. If many of you are not a part of my Unapologetic Wellness Facebook page, become a part of that. We're talking about anti-inflammation. We're talking about diabetes prevention. And all that comes with eating healthy, being healthy, walking healthy, living healthy, getting enough sleep, getting enough water. Am I eating right? Do I feel good? My body won't lie to me. All those wonderful things. But you got to start somewhere. Tonight, begin again. Tonight, Happy New Year. Because since the new year, nothing is going right for some people. It ain't going right for some people. And that's okay. It's not over. This is the time to start over. This is the KIM. I love you guys. I will see you again tomorrow with stage 2. And step 2, let me see what we're talking about step 2. Step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2. Step 2 is being intentional. Being intentional. Okay? Being intentional. If you want more information about my coaching, right now I have a wonderful sale going on with the coaching, with my signature program, and I believe it's 70% off. If you want that information, inbox me so that you can be a part of it. I believe this is the second week of March. Those classes will begin again. And you want change, you're going to get change. But right now, the information I'm giving you will change your life when you begin to apply it. All right? I love you guys. You guys have a fabulous night, and we'll speak again soon. I will put that link down there for the spiritual reset so you can actually go out there and you can listen to them. I believe it's 50 days worth. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.